Welcome to an episode of Founder in the Chair. Today's guest is a true powerhouse, a woman who embodies resilience, beauty and boldness in every sense. She's a paid model, challenging stereotypes in the fashion industry, a widow who's turned her personal grief into a purposeful conversation, and a passionate advocate for causes close to her heart, including ageism and South Asian representation, the latter of which she championed in a campaign that went viral. She's also a certified body confidence coach, a personal stylist, and a colour consultant, helping women embrace their authentic selves from the inside out. As the host of her own podcast, she isn't afraid to dive into taboo topics, share her truth, and give a voice to those who are often unheard. And above all, she's the proud mother of two incredible young women. So I'm super excited to welcome a really good friend of mine, the unbelievable, radiant and unstoppable Mina Kumari. Welcome.
Hello. Wow, that was a mouthful and a half.
I know, right? And I've even made a special effort for you. I've worn red, your brand colours, and I dressed up because I thought, you know, fashionista Mina's coming.
Absolutely. And I've just totally dressed down because I knew I was going to be so hot. But the signature red trainers and the lipstick.
Yeah.
So we're there.
Loving the red lipstick. Actually, I'm going to go straight into the red lipstick.
Okay.
So, as a widow in the South Asian community, wearing red lipstick.
So before my husband passed away, I was red nails, red lipstick kind of girl. And after he passed away, I kind of lost that colour. I think it was what society kind of expected me. I didn't know how to act like a widow. So I just stopped wearing it all. I think then came a time when I just thought, you know what, enough is enough. And I'm like, my title's changed, but I haven't changed. So why am I giving my colour up? My husband wouldn't have given his pink shirts up. As you know, pink is around the whole house, his shirt pictures and stuff. So I just thought, you know what, I'm going to do it. And I cried for the first time when I put it on. I'm like, this is you, Mina. This is you. You know, your partner's gone, but no, this is what he wanted. So the red's back on. And the nails are there as well every so often.
Do you get people making comments that, Mina, why are you wearing red lipstick? Why are you so out there? You're a widow and you shouldn't be.
The keyboard warriors, absolutely. But obviously, because I'm quite bold, as you know, and I'll just kind of challenge people. No one's actually said it to my face, but I know when I walk in places, you know, when you get that look like up and down kind of and just straight to your face or my nails.
The pure judgment.
Absolutely. And I'm like, bring it on. The more people do it, the more I want to do it. Because I just think if I can do it, it's going to give other people a voice and confidence to say, do you know what? If she can do it at 57, why can't we?
Love it. So you wear so many hats. You're a model, a paid model, which a lot of people were like, what? People pay you?
Absolutely.
And I remember you saying, yeah, I'm going to get paid. You're a coach, a stylist, a podcast host.
Of course.
And more. But let's go back a little. What inspired you to step into this sort of work, especially after experiencing such personal loss and trauma?
Do you know what? I mean, it was my advocate for everything I did. I think in my previous role as a bank manager, I was always coaching. So I think I had the knack already without the fancy titles. And he said to me one day, he goes, babe, do you know what? People pay to become this. You've got it. You've got a natural talent. And I think it was him who kind of made me feel that, yeah, I can do this. Yeah, I am doing it because everyone comes with their problems. Amina solves them all and sends them all away. And I've been doing it for years and years and years. And I just realised that I was doing it at school at the age of 11, 12 and through my teens. And I hadn't realised. It's only in the last couple of weeks I'm like, damn, I've been doing it all the way through. So I think I was born naturally. And I'm confident to say that if you've got a talent, do you know what? Don't shy away from it. And I think I just kind of stayed back a little bit, but I just knew I love helping people. I hate people seeing people like in distress or unhappy. I'm just like, why are you unhappy?
So you're actually an NLP practitioner as well.
I am an NLP practitioner.
Which I didn't even know, and I'm a good friend of yours. So are we going to see more of that? Do you use it in your coaching, your styling?
I subtly use it anyway. But I think it's one of those things, again, I I did all the courses, I became the practitioner, and I kind of just shied away from it because when Amit passed away, my whole world just collapsed. And I did that while he was alive. So he saw me become an LP practitioner. So he was so proud of me. And I kind of just thought, I just didn't think anything of it until I started speaking to certain people I know in front of me thinking, oh my God, you are. And yes, I am. So I'm proudly going to put it out there to say I am a qualified NLP practitioner. I've been using it all along, but very subtly, people wouldn't even know that I'm using the techniques because I think it's just a skill that we all have it in us. It's how we use it. And now I will proudly shout about it, Veena.
I love that. I love that. So you've become such a powerful advocate for ageism and South Asian representation. What was the turning point that made you say, I need to be visible and speak up?
I think it's, again, I keep referring back to Amit. I had it all in me, but he was just that little person on my shoulder saying, you can do this, babe, you can do it, go and do it, go and do it.
Your biggest cheerleader.
Absolutely. And, he's even everything I do now, I've got him just, I keep joking to all my friends, there's this kite that flies around. Every time I do something, go somewhere, he flies around and I know that's him. And whether people believe in all this kind of stuff, but I just feel that I just have to do it now because I have got the voice. And he always used to say to me, go and sprinkle the Mina sparkle everywhere. And I never knew what he meant. But boy, now he's not here, I know exactly what he means. And do you know what? I'm so proud that I had a husband who was just so amazing, pushing me to do all these things. I know, I give him credit, but I know he's not here. But had it not been for him, I wouldn't be who I am today because he never clipped my wings. He's just like, yeah, go and try it. Everything was like shrug of shoulder. If you want to do it, do it. I'm not doing it for you. And I just feel there's a lot of women out there who just don't know what to do.
Or don't know what to say.
Or don't have the support.
Your husband was clearly your biggest cheerleader.
Biggest cheerleader. But, again, with a lot of women, I think we're all conditioned to keep our mouths shut and just get on with it. And I'm just like, no, enough is enough. I waited till in my late 50s to do all this, but there's so many youngsters out there. When I was doing the very first modelling role I did, I was the eldest by about 20, older than all of the young girls. And these are all from South Asian community, so all different shapes, sizes. And even with them, I was hearing the same stories of what I went through when I first got married. It's still happening and it hasn't changed. So I'm like, don't wait till you're 50 and let your life go by. You guys have got so much in you. Do it now. And I just felt I had to do it. And every time a campaign comes up with certain charities I work with, I'll never say no. I'll always work with them. It's, again, ageism. Just because you're 40, 50, 60, 70, do you know what? There's still life in us. We've got ambition. We've got stamina. We've got we've got the zest for life. So why are we just sitting back and not using that?
So you've done some campaigns with Nim's Boutique and you were being interviewed by the BBC, was it?
It was. BBC East Midlands. One of the ladies asked me to come on. And again, it was, do you know what the best thing was? It was in my hometown in Leicester, where I came from. And I felt so proud because I know when I go back sometimes, I get so judged about my size. Because when I left Leicester, I was a size 10, 11, sorry, 10, 12. And then going back as a 16, 18, 20 plus size woman, people look at me thinking, really? You're a model? And when I go to Nim's, her clothes are just amazing. I can pick them off the shelf and wear them because she understands our bodies. She understands that women come in all shapes and sizes. So why are we not catering for it? And obviously, I think there was one with her and Anisha Vasani. They did a massive campaign, which was a plus size campaign, big, bold and beautiful. And they won awards for it. And you know what? I feel so proud just standing up on that stage, being an older woman in her 50s, wearing this beautiful sari. And I'm like, you know what? If I can do it, look at all you youngsters out there. And the biggest applaud, and I cried buckets after in my little room when I went back to the hotel. I cried buckets. I'm like, oh my God, I am a model, an award-winning model, part of an amazing campaign. So
That was. I had Tanisha on last week and she was so proud of that moment too. Like she said she was actually lost for words on stage and she's never lost for words.
No, and she did amazing. But just to advocate and bring all these campaigns forward, I think, especially in the South Asian community, you see in the other cultures and stuff, but just seeing it now and the younger ones are bringing it through. Do you know what? It gives me so much pride. And to be a South Asian woman and just doing what I do, I'm like, you know what, Mina, there's nothing stopping you. You've just got to keep going. I know I've gone I'm a bit of a roller coaster at the moment, obviously going through bereavement, like, you know, being with a partner for 35 years. But I'm like, no, now's the time to elevate. And as you know, I've got some amazing things lined up.
You do. Shall we share them now or shall we wait?
Let's just wait a little bit longer once everything's confirmed. But there's amazing things happening at the HQ of Mina Kumari. I'm just like elevating it, and I just want to see the women elevate with me, because I just think, you know, I'm a colour consultant, so colour just brings joy in you. I'm in black and white today, but it doesn't mind if you're a black and white person. Add some colour. I've got the red lipstick, I've got the red shoes, I've got the gold jewellery. Look at you sitting there all in red.
Lady in red today.
Lady in red today. What a great compliment.
Especially because of your brand colours.
I know.
Where else have you been featured?
So the very first post we did, we went viral as well as to America Today, the Huffington Post.
Wow!
So we've gone that far. Obviously, BBC Leicester. I've been on BBC London. I've been on radio advocating what I do. So yeah, it's just not going to stop now. We've got to do it more and more.
I love that. So, as a body confidence coach and colour consultant, so we've got your colour, some of the bits here that you use. You help women feel seen and empowered. But what did that journey look like for you? Was there a moment when you truly started embracing your own body and identity?
I did. So in my teens, when I was a mum at 20, I went through a roller coaster of love-hate with my body. Then I had my child at second one at 25. And then I looked at my two daughters and I thought, we can't do this. What are you teaching these girls, right? And I think my kids were my biggest why, that I had to change. You know, I went through self-harming. I went through postnatal depression. I just kept looking at my daughters and I'm like, I can't have them growing up, seeing their mum like this. You know, yes, I never lost the weight, which is fine. And that's when I started accepting it. Because, you know, Amit accepted me as I am. He goes, you're the girl and the woman I married. It's not your side. It's you I married. And do you know what? Having somebody say that to you and believe in you, that's what, you know, it wasn't easy. It wasn't plain sailing. I had to go through a lot myself. And then I think my turnaround was in 2015 when we went to Singapore. I remember him was sat on the plane. The first thing he said to me was, I've got my Mina bag. I just looked at him, weirdo. And he goes, what do you mean by that? And he goes, I've got the girl I married. I don't know what changed in me. That flight to Singapore, that 14-hour flight, something just went, you've got this.
Was that on the way out there?
On the way out there.
You moved there for a few years, right?
Yeah.
So was it that you were just moving away from the world here and it was just going to be you and him?
Absolutely. And what it was, new beginnings. It was new beginnings. It was just me and him. My kids were both at university at that time. And we just had time together. I wasn't competing against anyone. All I was doing is competing against myself now. And I'm like, you know what, Mina, you're just going to get better and better. And while I was out there, so many Asian women from Asia kept looking at me and saying, we love the way you dress. And I'm like, okay, I'm a voluptuous woman. I'm kind of out there. I was an expat wife, obviously gave up my job. And I met an amazing stylist out there. She goes, Mina, you've got this in you. Why don't you just try it out? So while I was coming to visit my girls, I was shopping for these women. And I'm like,
you shopped in London for them and then took it back?
Yeah. So when we sat there with them, went through all the catalogues, all the shops and stuff like that. I learned how to measure them. I wasn't trained at this stage. I learned how to measure their bodies, went online, Googled everything, did it all for them. And when I bought there, because they have a lot of events out there. So I was buying them ball gowns and I was bringing stuff back for them and they just loved it.
So you were like a personal shopper and
I was
stylist.
Yeah. without even realizing I was doing it, because they just loved the way I dressed. And I think it was the confidence.
Yeah.
Then, they were saying to me, my God, yes, you are a bigger woman, but wow, you're very confident. And yet again, Singapore is like, if you step into a shop, they'll just go, do the finger and say, we haven't got anything in your size. And I'm like, I'll show you. And that kind of really got to me, thinking, do you know what? You've just lost a client, because I may not have been shopping for me. I may have been shopping for my daughters or a client. You just lost me. And I think that was a turning point for me. And it's like, yeah, do whatever you want to do, sort of thing. So that's when I started looking for courses, qualified. But again, when I see these women dressed up, they look amazing, but I couldn't see that twinkle in their eye. That twinkle I missed in myself. And I knew exactly what it was. It was, yeah, you can dress, you look amazing on the outside. You don't love your body. I know that, because that was me once upon a time. So that's when I found someone who trained me as a body confidence coach. And then there was no turning back. And I can see that sparkle, because I work from the inside out now.
Yeah. So when you say you work from the inside out, is that where the mirror comes in?
The mirror work. The ultimate for me is a woman standing naked in front of the mirror. Or even,
okay.
Do you know what you're doing there, sitting holding that mirror up, right?
So what would you tell me to do?
I would say to you, look at yourself and look at your eyes. Mm-hmm. What's that little Veena saying to you? Because we forget that 5-year-old child. We wear so many hats. We feel that we have to do so many things and become this person, but we forget that 5-year-old child. So I always say, look at that 5-year child in the eye. And what's that 5-year-old child saying to you?
And I have seen you in action doing this, and I've seen women get very emotional, and
it's very hard.
The whole exercise that you do, it's amazing what you do. Everyone listening needs to do this, and you need to get some more courses on so everyone can experience the Mina magic. So yeah, looking at yourself in the mirror, and I know you say stand in front of the mirror naked, love yourself. What do you say? All your
lumps, bumps, warts, scars. Tell a story. But It does. It really does. The stretch at women who've had babies, your stretch marks, or if you've gone through surgery, people, breast cancer, any type of illness, your body tells you something. And it's okay, because that body's gone through. And what I will always say is make your body your best friend. Because guess what? That's the only person that will never leave you. It comes with you and it goes with you. So why do we not give it the love, the care that it needs, like we do nurture our children? Why do we not nurture us first?
Yeah.
And that's
as
the
they say, put
thing.
your oxygen mask on first.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you've also do colouring. So I remember when we were on holiday in Italy, and I would not buy this. It was a lime yellowy colour blazer, because I was always told as a child that I'm too dark skinned to wear it, and I shouldn't wear those colours, and I wouldn't even try it on in the shop.
And what was I going to do?
You were probably going to beat the shit out of me and
Absolutely.
make me put it on.
Absolutely. I'm like,
try it on.
I know exactly. Because you just kept picking out the pinks. I'm like, I just keep walking around with this. Yeah. I kept walking with it. Try this one. I was like, that was like the donkey from Shrek. This one. But you would not try it on. And then I made you try it. And what did you say? It's not bad.
It's not bad. And I bought it.
She did. And she's worn it to death. And that's what I'm saying. Because again, Veena, you were told you look too dark in it.
Yeah.
But that jacket elevates you, makes you look so amazing.
I remember it made my eyes look brighter.
Absolutely. And that's what colour does. Colour is one thing. It can make or break your day. How many years, you're in your 50s, how many years did you, sorry, I've just given your age away, but that's okay. We've got to be proud
of it. I'm 53, it's
exactly.
All good.
So how many years have you not worn those colours?
Yeah.
You've wasted so many years because some person who probably wasn't even significant in your life put that little seed into your head to say you can't do this.
No yellows, no oranges.
Makes you look dark. Really?
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking, this is why, the importance of colour. We can wear every single colour. It's the shade and it's how you wear it. That's why I say to everyone, when you dress, when you wear colours, just don't go for fashion. Go what's comfortable. And what I do is I teach you how to embrace your body, the size, dress for your body shape, dress the colour. We're all different shades. You know, when we go for when we go on holiday, we all tan differently. Again, we can wear different colours. So don't limit yourself and don't listen to other people. Damn, don't listen to other people.
We're really good at doing that though, aren't we?
Exactly. And, you know, I think we need to change the narrative now. It's time to change because, look, we've both got daughters, right? We're very fortunate that our kids are very independent and they're very confident in themselves. But there's so many youngsters, because I used to do a bit of advocacy at schools and stuff, and poor girls, and boys as well. Don't forget, this affects boys as well as girls. You can just see that they're just lost. You know, when they're 15, 16, 17, this is where the hormones kicking. They see some of the girls dressed up, and I can see, you can see the difference of the confident girls. Absolutely.
And it's such a horrible world now as well, where there's social media to put you down, your friends to put you down. You can get bullied online. You could be sitting in your bedroom when you're being bullied.
Absolutely. There's no safe space anymore. So again, that's why I say, I work with a lot of parents as well to say, do you know what? Sit down with your children. I always say, what kind of things do you watch? What do you say? How do you eat as a family? Is a parent it's men and women, are they just moving food around on the plate? What the kids picking up? There's so many things that we have to be so careful of. When we were growing up, we didn't have social media, but we had the aunties. They were social media for us. It was like the grapevine. One said one thing to another and it got down to the other one.
The like, share, the comments.
Exactly.
That happened back then as well in the auntie field.
Exactly. And the aunties haven't changed. And sadly, what I see is people our age are doing the same thing what the aunties did. And I've fallen out with a lot of people. And you know what? This is why I stick to my guns now. And if I believe in something, again, I would urge people to say, don't be the wrong crowd. If people are going to bring you down, it's better to have no friends than have the wrong friends or have the wrong people around you. And I will show you how to be independent, that you don't need anyone. You've got to value yourself first, because if you don't value you, you're allowing everybody else to say, do you know what? You're really crap. You don't look good, because you don't have confidence in yourself.
So you made these cards.
I did.
So what are they? Affirmation cards?
So basically every client I saw, a client would say to me, I don't like my knees. I don't like my ears. I don't like my nose. So that got me really thinking to say, and started looking into why have we got our features, and it was all, could be ancestral, and it's all in proportion to our face, our body. So I started looking at it and I'm like, okay, why are our ears important? Why are boobs important? Why are boobs all shapes and sizes? Why are they all different? Because don't forget, it's not the same mold. Everyone's different and it's all in proportion of your body. So I started looking into it. I started looking on websites and I looked on, spoke to a couple of doctors and said, right, what if I put these together? They go, these would be brilliant. So these are in a lot of places now. And not only that, it's just a value to say your ears. Why is it your nose? Sometimes you think, where's that nose come from? My perfect example, my daughter, I couldn't even establish where her nose came from, right? Because she's so different to Amit and I. Couldn't think of any of her grandparents. And then one day the penny dropped. She's got my granddad's nose. We're both looking at it. She goes, oh my God, because they used to call my granddad Chief. He looked like a Red Indian. She goes, oh my God, Mum, I've got Chief's nose. Wow. And it was years. Because that's what I'm saying, that, it comes from somewhere. It could be ancestral. Be proud of our features. Really, really proud of everything we have. And then on the back of that, I created affirmation cards. Just every morning, just remind yourself what your body, you love your body. You love who you are.
So I'm going to read one of them. So it says, ears. Tell yourself 3 reasons why your ears are important. So what would you say, Mina?
You can hear the world. You can hear the sea. You can hear children. You can hear what people are saying to you. How important it is for balance as well.
Yeah, for balance as well. And sometimes it's what we, I guess, say to ourselves. What's our self-talk? Because we're hearing that as well.
100%.
And it becomes an affirmation to ourselves. Like, if you're going to keep saying, oh, I look shit in this, or I feel crap today.
Whatever you tell yourself, it's all going back into you and you start believing it. So that's when I say to you, if you don't value you, if somebody else is going to say something to you, you're going to take that on. You're going to take that on board.
Yeah. So one of them says, be proud of who you are and not ashamed of how someone else sees you.
Absolutely.
Now, what you said about the aunties and
exactly
people just saying things to you, because sometimes it's, I guess that's a self-reflection.
On them.
Yes.
100%. Think about when you point a finger. Where do the other three point?
Point back
Back
at
at you. Just remember that. And this is where we need to teach children. We need to teach children from a very young age to say, it doesn't matter. It's people's opinion. Everyone's allowed an opinion, but you don't have to take it.
One more thing I want to touch on that you did recently was your podcast.
Oh, wow.
Tell us about your podcast.
Well, that kind of happened overnight, as we know. Wow.
What's it called?
It's called Real Talk with Mina Kumari. And it's nothing fancy. I just felt that I needed to talk about my journey about Amit, because a lot of people didn't even know how he had leukemia when he passed away. So I literally overnight, I had a good support. I had somebody train me on a Monday.
Is that Aman Sunnah?
Aman Sunnah trained me on the Monday, which you kindly arranged without me knowing. But by the way, you've got a call with Aman Sunnah. She's going to show you how to do it. Okay, Veena.
And isn't that amazing that Aman just showed up?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
There was no agenda behind it. She wasn't going to get anything out of it.
And this is
She
why
just showed up and helped.
I am so grateful to everyone, because it wouldn't have never happened. So that was on the Monday. The Tuesday, I ordered a microphone. When Thursday, all four of us, our little group, we're all going to get together for dinner. And then on Wednesday, I just sat there and knocked out 4 episodes. I didn't know how to do jingles. I didn't know how to do this. Someone was so brilliant. I was writing notes down and I'm like, I still can't get it. And I'm like, you know what? If I try and faff around with any of these tech crap I am with technology and stuff, I just put it out there. It doesn't matter.
But you did so
I
well.
know.
We were so shocked that you had it already by Thursday. Well, we did say to you, we're coming on Thursday. So Wednesday you're recording.
Exactly.
And Thursday, you had it already.
We pushed the button.
We pushed the live button
on
and
Thursday.
It comes up like a confetti.
It was brilliant.
That's so exciting.
We were just all screaming like, oh my God, I've just done it. And then Friday, I released the 3 other episodes. And I've done 11 episodes all in all. So season 1 has come to a close now. Season, Veena, who am I?
I know.
Who am I? Season 1's come to a close.
And season 1 was all about Amit.
It was all about Amit, my journey, how my kids went through it. And then I've talked about lots of different things on the back of that. Obviously, coming from a banking background, I saw what happened to widows or women who became single. Women aren't financially savvy enough because we all, as South Asians, leave it to our partners. So I just wanted to tell my story to say, because I knew where everything was, Amit and I spoke about it all, it made my life, so this journey a little bit more simpler. I wouldn't say it's easy, but a little bit more simpler to navigate through the toughest bits. Because I think financials, your grief, you don't know what to do, that's the hardest thing. Your emotions are going to go, they're like a roller coaster. You have to go through your stages. But through all the episodes, I picked a topic that could help somebody else in my situation, or God forbid, if anything, if somebody had to go through it, you know what? Look at the journey, listen to it. And I did not realize I've had so many it's actually gone viral. It's gone worldwide. I've got people in Philippines and Mexico listening to it.
Wow.
And I'm like, oh my God. Because again, it was just so raw and, had so many comments. Just amazing. And people have started telling me their stories about what they went through. I've actually, tongue in cheek, I've put them on about, I'm ready to date on the last episode. And I have told my friends not to organise any dates for me because I'll do that myself. Thank you very much.
Yes, Justina, are you listening?
Yeah. And another friend of mine. So I'm just like, you know what? And, because Amit and I spoke about, that person who's left behind. Yeah. Don't feel you have to be on your own. It doesn't matter. It's not that because you love somebody any less. It's companionship. At this age, you'd like that. I wouldn't say need, but you'd like that, to do different things with people. So I may be on the market. And I did actually say as well, if there's anybody who knew me from past, please remember, I am not that 17-year-old, 18-year-old girl that got married. I'm a grown-ass woman who's got a voice, very opinionated, and she's going to change the world.
I
so
love
if you can
that.
deal with that.
Yes.
please do send me a
Come
message.
along, companion, who can deal with that.
I've manifested and I'm open.
So what is season 2 going to be about on your podcast?
Season 2, I want to get guests on this time round. I think I want to give opportunity to other people to tell their story. It's not just about grief. There's lots of things that us as South Asians go through. Like I know somebody who's got a child who's gay and how the community treated her. There's other people who've gone through narcissistic relationships. So people have started reaching out to me. So I will again say, if there's somebody who wants to tell their story, let's have a chat. Because I just think it's important, because somebody else's story could trigger somebody else to change their lives. And it's not only partners, there's parents as well out there. Who are like that with their children. So I want to talk to the old and the young as well. There's so many things that we can talk about that we don't talk about. Sex is another thing. As women and as men as well, we don't talk enough about that to our partners of what we enjoy. And why do divorces happen? Why do people go and start having affairs if we don't talk? So I think, I'm not a relationship counsellor, but it'd be nice to have those conversations. And if I don't get enough people coming through, because again,
I'm sure you will.
Yeah,
I'm sure you will. There'll be people who want to talk.
There will be people, and if they don't want to, there'll be a ways of, please come and tell me your story.
Can I share it anonymously?
Absolutely. I'll have you not facing the camera. I'll have you back to the camera, because I want to hear it from their voice. It's not my voice. It's not my voice. I've had my voice. I want people to share it in their. Once you do it your own story, it's a bigger impact out there.
So if anyone wants to listen to your podcast, it's called Real Talk with Mina Kumari. And obviously it's on all the podcast channels.
It is. It's on Spotify. It's on Apple. And I believe it's on Amazon as well.
Brilliant. So when is season 2 coming out?
Season 2 will be sometime in October.
Fine. So we'll wait for season 2 in October. It's like a Netflix series
It is,
coming on that we really want to. The next one's coming. And in between, you've got some other things happening, which you will share soon.
I will do. There will be workshops. I will say there will be workshops for women, because I'm going to do them, because I've got a studio at home now. I just want a group of women just to come in. I'll show you how to measure yourselves, dress for your body shape. You know, I do a lot of wardrobe detox, because there's a lot of women out there who don't know how to let go. And when you hold on to its stagnant energy, I just want to make sure that they're free from it all and learn how to just live their best lives.
So how do we find out all this information about how to book on your courses and stuff? Where do you hang out? TikTok, Instagram, website? Where is it?
I have a website, minakumari.com, and you'll find me more on Instagram. And as we speak, on the 27th of this month, I've got a brand new YouTube channel coming out, and there'll be lots and lots of stuff coming on there. So I'm going to talk about mental health first, and then I will start adding the colour, the styling, and a lot more.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
It's been a pleasure having you. So yes, please watch out for Mina Kumari. Minakumari.com. She hangs out a lot on Instagram, and that is Mina Kumari. Was it
underscore body confidence coach?
Underscore body confidence coach. Please do take a look. And yes, you'll see me lots on her page too as well. And because she's the one who, as much as people think, yeah, Veena, you're good at styling, dressing, but colours was a big deal for me, and she taught me to wear colours that I would never have touched before. So thank you so much, Mina.